Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Hi, how are you?
I think Alhamdulillah I'm fine.
Okay, before we start, are you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fine.
If you need anything, just tell me. I can provide for you
I
if I
see.
can. Okay. And then I have a bottle of water here
I
if you
see.
need.
Alright,
Okay.
sure.
You can just casually sip into the water anytime you want.
Thank you so much.
Alright, so are you ready?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, you're ready. Alright, so first of all, thank you for coming.
Okay.
And if I may ask, what brings you here today?
Alright, actually I'm facing a little bit kind of problems with me not having any motivations anymore to come to or attend any kind of classes that I took this semester. I feel like the problem that I facing right now is quite critical because normally I'll just push myself from my bed to go to the class, but now it seems very heavy. I feel like I don't want to go to class anymore. Maybe just because of my own problem, but I don't think this is just something personal. I think this is something that related to my mental health. I don't know. So I'm just trying to explore what is the problem here.
Alright, okay, I see. I acknowledge your issue here. Alright, so from what I understand is that you are facing troubles. You are demotivated to go to the class,
That's right.
so you can't seem to to push yourself to go to class and listen to all the lectures and do the homeworks and so
Yeah,
on,
that's
right? Is that right? And then this is rooted, you think this is rooted from your mental health?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you think. Alright, so I guess right now you are feeling is sad. Do you feel sad about this situation? Or do you
Well,
feel like disappointed or anything? What do you think?
Looking at my own feelings, it's quite heavy. I feel quite not just demotivated. I feel pressured. I'll say sad a little bit too, but most of the time I'll just feel pressure. And whenever I just step into the class, I don't feel belongs to the class. I feel like everyone's looking at me, and it makes me feel diminished. It makes me feel sad to even exist in the class. So yeah.
Okay, I hear you. I acknowledge that problem. And so, if I may, I want to restate again your issue just now, just to confirm. So, when you go to class, you feel like, oh, you don't belong there. You don't have friends that you can cling to, and then you just feel like it's not enjoyable anymore to go to class. But yeah, as we know, in classes we have like group works and so on. Are you okay with that? Do you resonate with your group mates or so on?
In the past, I would say I'm fine with it, but just as I come into this semester, everything feels so wrong. Everything's like collapsing. I cannot even communicate well with my team members. Maybe because most of my classmates are new to me. Most of my friends are in different section, while here I am alone in most of my section. Even when there's the section that I'm with my friends, I don't feel belong to. I feel like they are making a gaps between me. They don't want to do any kind of group work with me anymore. I feel like I'm kind of pushed off from any kind of group work. So yeah.
I understand. Okay. I think this is a very serious issue, and I am thankful that you come here to address this issue, because this needs to be addressed, and it surely needs to be resolved, because it plays a very important role in your studies and even in your life in general. Yeah, because it affects your, when you're studying, it affects your performance in academic as well as your welfare as a human being. Alright, so okay. Alright, so have you been feeling okay? Have you been feeling okay when you talk to someone that you trust? Do you have anyone that you trust right now?
Actually, to be frank, I just like make a gap with my other friends that I close with. I do have some close friend in the past semester, but since I've been feeling this hard feeling in this semester, I've been like blocking them off. I don't feel like putting myself with them anymore. So as of now, no, I don't have anyone to speak to. And even if I speak to anyone that I'm trying to make friends with, I don't feel comfortable. I feel like they're actually just judging me overall. So yeah.
Okay, I understand. Alright, so you said that you mentioned that you feel unmotivated, but you still go to class, right?
Yeah, that's right.
If I may ask, why do you do that? Why do you still go to class? Because some people, when they feel motivated, they feel like, oh, I don't have to do this. I just abandon this thing. So
see.
why do you do that?
Well, actually, it all just because of the warning letter. Recently, I've received this warning letter from few classes from my lecturers, and I feel like all those warning letters are burdening me out. My parents know that I didn't attend the classes, and I feel like everyone's hate me. So I think I did need to go to the class, or else people will keep on judging me. But then, well, like I said before, it's just something that I don't have feelings anymore. I just go there physically, but mentally I'm not there. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Alright, so if I may ask, before you have the feeling of before you feel unmotivated and so on, when you first start learning or beginning this course, what motivates you when
Yeah.
back then?
Okay, looking back at the beginning of my journey in this course, of course, my motivation is to make my parents proud, is to make a lot of friends, to get good grades, and of course, all academic and all so on. Yeah, so the motivation is, of course, my parents' academic achievement. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So I think you have been feeling unmotivated and you don't go to class. So from your response, I think you have abandoned your older motivation, which is to to think about your parents, or to have them as your goal. But right now, I think that goal of you have been deteriorating, right? So I think that's why you have been feeling unmotivated lately. Okay, but it's okay. I actually resonate that feeling, because I actually have one time I have gone through the same issue with you, because like back in my school era, back in my SPM, if I were to recall, it is very hard for me to keep studying, because I found that I came from SPP, which is I don't know, they say that it is a school that consists of a lot of intelligent students and so on. I think that I can't really fit in, because they are really really good students, and I am trying my best every day. Like only God knows how hard I try, and things just don't seem like it is. It feels so hard to fit, and they are all better than me. They don't even have to try. I think I have to try so hard, but I still cannot keep with their par. And then at the end of the day, I am taking my SPM, and it is a very important or crucial turning point in my life. If I pull that really well, then I can go to somewhere which is somewhere really good. But if I fail to do so, then I'm gonna have trouble with my own life. That's okay. And what I did was, like, as you mentioned before, your prior motivation, I remember and try to recall the memories with my family, with my parents. I want to make them proud, so I just try my best to just break through all the problems and so on, because if I just let my feelings go, I think it's gonna put an end to my achievement as a student. So I'm not gonna let my unmotivationness or sadness let me be the the not achieving person of a student I am. So I think I can relate to you. It is close to me, this kind of issue. And then so now that we have understand about your issue, I think let's work on something. Okay? Let's work on something so that we can try to resolve your problems. So right now, before we start, I want to ask you a question. What do you think, in your opinion, what do you think as a person you should do with this issue of yours?
Well, my first step to overcome this issue, I guess, to find like a how would I put this together? Actually, I just want to go back to my home and just meet my parents and get my motivation back. And because recently I didn't go back to my home as frequent as before. It's been like 3 months I haven't met them, and that things makes me very sad. And because my parents doesn't have much time to meet me, so yeah, that's one thing. But I think the first thing that I need to do is meet my parent and confront to them and what happens to me, what's happening to me, what I'm feeling about the classes and so on. So I'll just confess to them. Or another step that I think will be more suitable for me is to confront my friends too. And I think apologizing to them about what did I do to them. And I think because I did my own gap between them, right? So I think make a good confrontation. Just tell them what did I do wrong, and I want to know what is their view on me, what's happening to me. I need someone from their point of view to tell me what they see about me. Yeah.
Okay, that's actually a very good resolution to this problem. First of all, I agree that you should talk to your parents because they are your parents. They are the closest person to you. So when you talk to them, I think that we as their children, when we talk to them and they respond, I think it will some kind give this, I've been heard. They love me. They know what's going on with my life. That kind of effects to us. So I think that's a really good suggestion of what you should do. And also talking to your friends, that's actually a really good option to go to, because talking is actually a really therapeutic activity that you can do with your friends. It's just make sure that it stays positive throughout all the talkings or throughout all the discussions, because it can somehow relieve of what you have kept inside of your heart. Alright, so that's on your suggestion, and I also have some of my suggestion. And first of all, I think you can try, this is just an option, you can try if you want, you can try attend all the classes, even though you feel like you don't want to go to the class, you just go to the class. If you don't have any motivation, or you feel like, I don't want to listen to the lecture, just go to the class, because you will be taking the attendance, right? So just go to the class, and you don't have to pay attention. This is just to to form habits of yours, to gain back your motivation. And then if I may suggest, do you have any subjects that you like for this semester?
I do actually.
But I just want one subject, so that
Actually, it is the counseling class.
Counseling class.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And then the plan is that you go to all classes. You don't have to pay full attention to the classes, but when you go to counseling class, we're gonna need you to pay your full attention and have passion in the class. Since you like that class, I think it's best that you can be more engaging in the class with your teacher as well as with your group mates or your classmates. Okay, can we do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure. Alright, and then I think you can also try journaling, in which you can let what your heart contents out on your, I don't care, paper, on your tab, or anything. Any platforms will do. It will track your feelings as well. And from journaling, I think you can also understand the process or the circulation in what way or what activity that make you upset and so on. And then I think, okay, you say, I think most people think that they have to have motivation before they start do something, but I think it is actually a false perspective, because you don't need motivation to start something. You need to start something to have motivation, because motivation in its nature, it is something that it is not fixed. It always changes. It has its highs, it has its lows, and you can't change your motivation.
True.
It depends on your discipline and your integrity towards your works, right? Then when you feel like you don't want to do something, you just tell yourself, okay, I can do this. I don't need motivation. My actions supersede my motivation, and I think with that kind of habit, you can form the motivation, the new motivation itself, to just go further and break through all throughout your life.
I see.
Okay, so before we end our session, I would like you to explain explain the action that you think you want to go for.
Alright. So
Just restate, yeah.
within the discussion that we had just now, I think the first step that I'll do to overcome my demotivation not going to the class is, first I'll just go to my parents, meet them, and ask them and confront to them and explain whatever happened, what is happening to me, and from there I'll just start making a new motivation. And I think the best idea to execute is form a new habit. I guess forming a new habit, just go to class even though I don't feel like it. Yet because since we are talking about my favorite class just now, which is the counseling class, yes, I'll do my best in paying attention in that class. So I'll form a new motivation, I guess. Forming a new motivation for me to attend all single classes that I'm taking this semester. Yeah.
Okay, I think you've got your options and you can try that later.
Sure.
I think that marks the end of our counseling session. Is there anything else?
I don't think so. Everything's perfectly put.
Alright, okay. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
We're always here to listen to you.
Alright, I'm glad to hear that.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.